Alright, I think we're rolling here. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, ZWO AM3. This is my first full-length documentary that I am shooting to cover just one of the few hobbies the reason why I created this YouTube page. My name is Gino, hence my username, ZWO AM3. My professional job during the day is I'm a hydrogeologist. I work in environmental consulting, hence the middle username Geo for Earth, and to emphasize my geology, hydrogeology profession, and then Astro to cover one of many hobbies, which is astronomy, astrophotography, along those lines. I made this channel to hopefully just share and cover my hobbies, mostly in astrophotography, but I've also gotten into drone photography. I just acquired my FAA drone license, and as well as photography, and cover that on this channel, as well as any trips, excursions, extracurriculars, any hobbies that I like to do in my free time. My main goal for this channel is to simply just entertain, but also show and highlight, like I said, my hobbies. And I could have 1 viewer, 5 viewers, or 1,000. That's not going to stop me from making videos, because again, this is my first full-length video, and I've learned over the past year or so to get into making videos, to making these long-length videos, and I guess I could add, filmography to my hobbies. Whether it's 1 million views or a couple views, I will enjoy making these videos and posting them, and just highlighting and documenting some of my journeys. I've been posting only shorter films or shorts on YouTube. I've also started to get back into other social media platforms and even joined TikTok. View my links to my Instagram and TikTok below in the description. I usually post smaller shots there, or just my images that I capture. But again, with this being my full-length video, I'm hoping to expand and get more creative with my videos, and we'll see how that goes. In this video in particular, as you'll notice from the title, it is my first night out doing astrophotography with my new harmonic mount, the AM3 ZWO, as well as the carbon fiber tripod, and then the rig that is mounted onto that is I've had for a couple of years now, but this is my first time incorporating my telescope and features along with it to this new mount. And I will, in the video, I will kind of walk through my setup, not in detail, but just an overview, since it's an introduction video. And maybe if anyone in the comments would like to see a more detailed setup, I'd be more than happy to make one just highlighting every aspect, every detail of my rig, likely in daylight so it's visible and not being shot in red light, but just covering everything, and go from there. And again, that would be where the creation sets in, where I film videos of tutorials or how-tos in a way that a beginner, how I would want to be taught how to use this equipment, how to do astrophotography, could see this video or a future video and start learning. Because my upbringings in astrophotography started around COVID. Before COVID, I was deeply and always invested in astronomy. I loved learning, watching, reading videos and books, documentaries, you name it. But with the world shutting down and everything slowing down, I was still in grad school, but I wanted to find some time and find a hobby or learn something. And I had a telescope. I had a Celestron Schmidt-Cassegrain, but I always used it for viewing, and I wanted to expand. I always saw videos and pictures of amateur astrophotographers essentially doing what I'm doing now, and I just love their work, and that's where I found inspiration to learn about photography, start with photography, and then mounting a DSLR to a telescope, and going from there. And then from there, since then I've upgraded my telescope, my DSLR camera. I don't use a DSLR anymore on my telescope, and just upgrading as I wanted and when I could financially. So hopefully an aspect that I'd like to highlight in whether they're shorts or just post on YouTube would be my early pictures of deep space objects or planets, and then show before and afters of how I've progressed. And just like this video, hopefully my video creation skills will just exponentially grow from here in my next upcoming videos. So with that being said, you'll see in this video, like I said, this is the first light with my new mount, my rig, and we'll be chasing after a couple objects, targeting getting more data on Andromeda, as well as the Bodes and Cigar Galaxy, M81 and M82, and then I switch over to a Nebula. Hey guys, getting ready to set up out here, so let's get to it. Alright everyone, so it took a little bit, but this was the first time setting up my new rig with the ZWO AM3. So just wanted to give you a quick tour of everything. My plan for the future is to shoot another video of a complete walkthrough if anyone wants to see that, but please ignore the cable management as I have an ASI Air Pro, but it is currently sitting in the middle of my mount, which isn't ideal. But we are gonna install that on the side here, right there, and that'll fix up my cable management. As you can see, it's not the prettiest, but so here I am. This is my complete setup now. As I mentioned, I have the ZWO AM3. This is the first light using it. It's my new setup. I upgraded from the Celestron AVX mount. I used that for a couple of years, quite a few years actually, and finally decided to switch to the AM3 harmonic mount. What I'm rocking here is a William Optics GT71. It is a triplet apochromatic telescope refractor, and on top is the guide scope. So what I'm gonna be using to shoot my astrophotography images, I've got a ZWO 533 MC Pro. It is a one-shot 26 megapixel camera. That is also something I'm looking to upgrade, switch to monochrome, but hopefully we'll see when that'll happen. What I'm using for a guide scope
Mounted to my guide scope is the ZWO 120 Mini. It is my guide camera, and I'll show you in a bit what's seen on my tablet screen. Here I'm rocking the ZWO EAF. It is the electronic autofocuser, and just like the name of it, that's exactly what it does. It's mounted to my telescope, and it is used to automatically focus my telescope. And it is, in my opinion, one of the better decisions, better upgrades to have on a telescope, especially for astrophotography. You don't need to sit here and twist these knobs individually to try and find the best focal range, when you just have this little thing to do that for you. So that is all connected. All of this, the guide camera, the main camera, autofocuser, and the mount, are all connected to the ASI Air Pro. This little guy is also, it's little, but man, it controls everything on your mount. Everything is connected to it. So what's nice about that is, instead of using a computer or manually taking images with, say, a DSLR or something, you have these cameras, these electronics that are hooked up to the Pro. And as you can see, that is what is on my screen right here. I'm using a tablet. This controls my mount. I don't have to do anything with it now, except just make sure the cords don't get tangled and it stays upright. But everything that I am controlling from the mount, I can see on the screen here. Alright guys, I'm all set up and ready to go for the night. It's winds have calmed down. It's right now in the mid 40s. Winds are still a little bit up, but they should be coming down here pretty soon. I'm just doing one more final focus with the EAF. Tonight's target, actually a couple targets. I'm gonna right now I'm shooting Andromeda. That's up in the sky for only another couple hours, and then I'm going to turn my attention to either Bodes and the Cigar Galaxies in one shot, or I might check out a couple other things in the night sky, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright, just packed up. Moon is coming out for the night. You can see that. So we are all packed up out here. Time to head home. It's a good first night with the AM3, new rig. Many more to come.